Your Head and Shoulders is playing out so perfectly. So perfectly. Even when I lost hope yesterday. Sheldon, you see where I'm coming to you from today? I see
streaming from home, brother.
I came to visit your Ethereum friends here. They're all here watching the show. It's all of us. All the people that are into Ethereum, we're all here.
So are you finally admitting that you joined the clan?
Yeah, I did. Here I am. These are my friends.
And how are you feeling? You look great, bro. You and your friends behind you look fantastic.
You see, they gave me a pot of tea.
Oh.
So I'm drinking my tea.
Oh, how's the bingo?
Yeah, we're about to play ETH bingo. They all want to know about their ETH position, except Rosie here on my right here. Rosie, she wants to know how to switch off the vibrator with the pink batteries. Been shaking all morning.
Well, dude, like I'm very proud of them. You know, it's never late too much. They're about to make so much money, so I'm super proud of you and your crew. Drinking your tea.
I'm drinking my tea. I'm not feeling well today. I've got a bit of a cold. It's not COVID. I tested yesterday. I'm fine. But I do have a bit of a cold. But I thought we should talk. Let's talk today about the Bitcoin Head and Shoulders that might be playing out. Also, there's major altcoins on the run today. We're going to look at the major altcoins that are running. We're going to look at why they are running. Then we've got some small altcoins which are going to explode. Then we're going to give away MonkeyBall. Then we're going to give away... Do you have any other giveaways? Yeah, we'll give away some more giveaways. Let's just give
only on 7,000 likes, guys. So before we start this, one job. You know that button? You just got to push one button. That's all we're asking, and we promise to return the favor.
All right. Rosie, get the show on the road.
My first time seeing that intro. That's fantastic. I love it.
So does Rosie. Hey, Rosie. Rosie likes it too. Rosie loves it. She loves it. She really loves it. She loves it.
So are you really doing the whole show with that background?
Yes. Rosie and I are going to sit here and we're going to talk about ETH. Hey, Rosie. Yes. Yes. She calls it Ethereum, and every time she says it, her false teeth pop out. She goes Ethereum, and then it comes like her teeth fall out every time, and then I have to pick them up and put them back in the cup. Ethereum.
So when I drive past that nursing home full of Lamborghinis, then I know why, right?
You know exactly.
Okay.
By the way, we do have 499,321 subscribers. We could break 500,000 subscribers this show. Can you imagine 500,000 subscribers in like 10 months or 11 months? That must be the fastest growing.
Yeah. Like
must be the
super
fastest
hands
growing.
Up to this. We've done.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yes. Rosie, try and switch off the vibrator and clap. She's loving the show. She's loving the show. Rosie fucking loving the show. She is loving the show. Rosie is 10 out of 10 on the show. Yeah.
Who's the other one, Ran? You've introduced us to Rosie. Who's your other lady on the?
Yeah, she that one.
Yes.
She's playing bingo. Her name's Martha.
Martha.
Yeah. Okay. She's been telling me the same story. She tells me the same story since I got her. She keeps telling me the same story. The story is,
ETH is going to $8,000.
I wanted to buy Ethereum at $9, but my Coinbase account just wouldn't KYC. I've heard that story like 18 times already. It's enough now. It's enough now. Anyway, welcome to our channel. I'm Crypto Man Run. That is Sheldino Tentino. That is Rosie. That over there is Martha. Every day we come to you. We bring you crypto love and crypto wisdom, and together we are building the most loyal crypto community in the whole world. So if you are part of our community, part of the 499,338 people who are here, then welcome. If you're not, then smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. When you like the content, that is what tells YouTube that we are doing a great job. Now, guys, I'm sick today. I'm sick as a dog, and that's why I'm drinking tea right here with Rosie. Thank you, darling. We're drinking tea with ginger to get my throat up, and I'm here, and I'm bringing you crypto love and crypto wisdom. All I'm asking you to do, smash that like button. Those of you who are subscribers, limited to those of you that are subscribers, you get a chance to win the Banter Bags. And today we've got a new token for you in the Banter Bags. Jimmy, what is the new token in the Banter Bags?
We have Moonscape.
Moonscape gave us how much money to put into the Banter Bags?
$1,000 of their tokens, which is now $20,000 already.
Wow, 20x on $1,000. Oh, this lot of money. Amazing. So we do have Banter Bags. You want to win the Banter Bags? This is the part where you put up the slide of the Banter Bags. Luke's going on holiday tomorrow. I think we've worn the guy out. I mean, the guy's like
he's still like, waiting for alt season.
Yeah, we broke Luke. We broke Luke.
So we've now got $1,000 of Symbiosis, $10,000 of Unix Gaming. That $10,000 of Unix Gaming is worth $200,000 now. Then MonkeyBall, which is launching next week, that's going to do 100x. I'm not finished. I've got Tiny Colony, $2,500, and then you got X hashtag. Also very good. Now, I think this is going to be worth $20 million, and then we're just going to take the $20 million and give it to our community. I did a calculation last night of the amount of money. You can take the bags down. I'm finished talking about the bags. I did a calculation last night about the amount of money that we gave our community this year. Rosie, what do you think the number is, darling? How much do you think it is?
What, the value of the bags?
Total amount of money we've given our community this year in giveaways.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say $6 million, $5 million.
No way.
Okay.
I'm going to say $14 to $17 million.
Close.
$47 million,
Close
really?
Closer than Sheldon. We've given our community about $10.8 million.
Wow.
If my calculations are correct. Maybe they're wrong, but I did a quick calculation. We gave our community $10.8 million. That means that we're giving away $1 million a month on average since we started. $1 million a month. Has there been one fucking TV show in the world, YouTube show in the world, or even the lottery doesn't give as much as we do?
Right, I think it is bigger than the lottery in South Africa, definitely.
Yeah, even the lottery doesn't give away as much money as we do. We've got to slow down, bro. We've got to slow down. Got to slow down.
I think we got to speed up, Brandon. We love it. Like, we're changing people's lives, buddy. And the people are loving it, and they're appreciating it. And this is why we get these massive live shows every day.
You know what? Yeah, I know that you guys don't know this, but Fred hasn't been here for a few days. He went on a bit of a journey.
Yes, I did.
A bit of a journey. He's back now. Welcome back, Freddie.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be back in the office. Welcome to all the new people in the office. Lovely.
Freddie, I heard you aped into Sidus NFTs, bro.
I did. Do you want me to talk more about it?
Yeah, I want you to talk more about it and tell me how much money you made.
Okay. So what happened was I bought the NFTs at about 0.1 ETH. That was the floor. At that point, I swept the floor. I took about 22 of them. And that was about 2.5 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I went away this weekend, not really expecting anything, especially with the market being so down. I'm like, nah, I don't really care. I wasn't paying attention to it. I had about 80% of them left. And I got back yesterday. I had no signal, so I couldn't check. I couldn't get notifications. I got back into Signal, and I just got these OpenSea notifications in my email. I was like, okay, something's going on. So when I filled up my car, I checked my OpenSea account, and I had sold every single NFT over the weekend for a profit of about nearly $80,000 profit.
Holy fuckballs.
Yeah, it's been probably my best trade in the last 4 months. No, euphoric. I was euphoric.
Just hold on. I've got to check here. Rosie, darling, be careful. I don't want her to have a heart attack. I mean, you're going to give these people a heart attack.
Why did you sell, bro? I still got mine. I thought we were a team there, brother.
Hey, I'm the rotator. I just keep it moving, keep the flow going.
Have you still got any penguins?
I'm going to be transparent. I sold my penguins, but because I had penguins, I got the NFT drop So I get penguins. I've got 3 penguins that hatch on Christmas, and I'm really getting pretty decent offers on those. They're in eggs. They're going to hatch on Christmas, and then I'll flip those going into the new year. Just keep it moving. NFTs is fun.
Guys, what the fuck are we talking about? This is supposed to be talking about crypto. We're talking about penguins being hatched. I mean,
JPEGs for the elite, my friend.
Red, we're talking about
a little.
Red, we're talking about a strategy that makes $80,000 over a weekend. Like, there's just so many different ways in crypto, so we're just sharing a story.
All right, Sheldino, let's get into the. The show is the 30-minute show. We've been talking for 10. We've said basically nothing. In 10 minutes, the value of the show been absolute zero. So we've got to cram a whole lot into 20 minutes. Yesterday, Jerome Powell came out and he said that we should stop using the word transitory on inflation, and that inflation is basically way worse than they ever expected. Basically, exactly what we've been telling him. We've been telling him for months that inflation is going to be worse than expected. He's saying the Fed is now going to start tapering off. So Fed starting to taper off. What is that done to your head and shoulders pattern?
So obviously yesterday we started getting an early breakout where we did hit through to the 59. I was quite surprised that it was happening fast, because if you look at this, like, it's a very small and very short right shoulder. So usually the right shoulders are the same length as the left shoulder. So the fact that we did get rejected, I love that we got the higher high. That's a really good sign for us. But now it starts to make a lot more sense, you know, that we're still playing in on the right shoulder, because when we do break this on Bitcoin and we get the pull from Bitcoin, it is going to then, I'm looking at a small short-term dominance bounce, just because dominance has just been collapsing, and I'll get into that shortly. So this is still my pattern, guys. This is still what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. We are still at the edge of this wedge that we've been playing out for the last 2 weeks. And this was still the low for me. I don't see us getting any lower than those zones. If there is at any point a little touch to 55, 56, it still makes sense as the right shoulder. But I'm still looking, you know, between tomorrow, I'm still looking at the actual Bitcoin breakout, and I'm still seeing the rally that shoots up to the region of 62 to 64. So one thing that is quite lovely to see what we're looking at, you know, stock market has completely been making lower lows, and I'll get to that shortly. The stock market's really been showing a lot of negativity, and you know, as soon as, I think it was a Dow that opened yesterday, as soon as we got to a specific point, you know, we had the stock market start to collapse. Bitcoin was finally ready to start raging. We then had a quick pullback, and then I love how we still continue to make higher lows, and we are still ranging, where the stock market is still, you know, it's still at very key sorts of levels. So it's just showing you that, yes, the stock market still affects crypto, but the bounce, whenever there's any small little green candle in the stock market or anything like that, you know, the bounces on the crypto market are a lot quicker. And, you know, to rectify that is obviously still looking at ETH, and how ETH didn't really, you know, that was the little shakeout from the little stock market pullback yesterday. And look how we shot higher than that point. So that was the little shakeout. But what was that actually? And I love charts. I'm sorry, but I do, because there's my resistance. What happened? We broke out and we tested. So we needed the stock market to have a little pullback. But, you know, normal chart-wise, we understand the break and the test of support, and then we continue the actual journey up. So, you know, Ethereum's not really caring about it. That cares when there is some big candles. You know, when I look at this US30, and let's go through it quickly. You know, this, you see that little bounce over there. All of a sudden now, look what Ethereum did there. We are still looking at lower lows on stock markets. We're still looking at lower highs. But Ethereum, we're showing higher highs, higher lows. Bitcoin, we have higher lows at this point, and now we're going to look for the place for the higher high. Now, the only thing is, and I think it is important for us to have a look quickly at the US30 before I jump back into the crypto charts, is, you know, we had this trend, and I think it's a similar one to what Gareth Soloway was looking at, you know, every time he's come on the show. And we have shown some sort of weakness, that the stock market's been trailing in this sort of momentum. And now for the first time, we are getting a little bit of nerviness here, and we started to show a little bit of weakness. Now, when I look at that, and now I start jumping into my different indicators, I have the stochastic at the bottom, and I have really big bullish divergence which is playing out right now, because we are getting higher highs on this, the price action, and we're getting lower lows on the actual RSI, and that's bullish divergence on the daily. And I started to look that, yes, we're showing weakness, but the last time we also showed this weakness was in the area of here, when we were trailing, just move this up, when we were trailing in this little mark over here, where we showed the weakness, And then what started to happen is we then actually had the breakout back into trend. Now, when that happens is when we have higher lows. Do you see this point of view over here? We never made any lower lows yet in the market. So when we have no lower lows and we got bullish divergence, there's still a possibility that the stock market can break back into trend. And that's the main thing I'm looking at this single point over here is I'm keeping a very close eye on the lower low at this point. We are still high at that point, and I'm still actually seeing the stock market possibly recovering this trend again and getting back into that. So we do need to look out for this, but everything there is looking still great. And I quickly jumped in as well to the DXY, which is the dollar index. And the dollar index has hit a really key resistance level, and I am seeing rejection to the downward side in that. So I'm not seeing a massive push into dollars. The chart is showing me we've hit that sort of zone. It is a little small concern that we want to see that we have a full cup here. It has to do some sort of handle. I would like for us to drop the support. But let's make the way down and see where we are over here to see if there is a dollar breakout at any point, and that will give us a key indication. Now, I'm not sure what your view is on that, on how much you think the stock market's affecting crypto right now, because I see a total market cap breakout of trend on the daily, the total market cap for crypto.
That for me was actually the most exciting indicator. So I looked at the trends and I saw that Ethereum actually took out the total market cap for a breakout. So yeah, it's weird what's going on. I guess best case scenario for us is that the stock market holds. I think that all the bad news is in the stock market already. The stock market panicked yesterday on this inflation data and Powell's comments. The stock market panicked over the weekend about COVID and the new variant. And now all the news is out in the market. And if you look at the market now, the market's stable. And so I think what's going to happen, I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but I think what's going to happen is the market remains steady, maybe doesn't climb as high, which is what the Fed actually wants. If you think about what the Fed wants, the Fed don't want more inflation. They're scared of inflation. How do you stop inflation? Well, you cool down the markets. You cool down the markets, people aren't making as much money, they're not spending as much, prices aren't driven that much up. So I think this is best case scenario for the Fed is the market stays stagnant. The market stays stagnant, but you can see one thing. There is an explosion waiting to happen in crypto. That's why you said something super important. You said every time the stock market moves up one little green candle, crypto explodes. You saw that yesterday. Even though the stock market was down, Bitcoin was heading towards 59,000, and you actually even thought it might prematurely break that head and shoulders pattern, right? I think what we're seeing now is we're seeing people going, we need a return. We're not going to get this return in the stock market. We're not going to get the return on real estate. We're not going to get the return on bonds. And so what they're saying is we just have to move higher and higher and higher up the risk class. And that means crypto and Bitcoin. But then they look at Bitcoin and they say, hold on, this thing has had a big run. And so what's happening? They're saying the other institutional asset that we can actually buy on volume and have liquidity on volume is Ethereum. And that's why you're getting this ETH BTC breakout. So let's look at the ETH BTC breakout.
Yeah, as I jump on that, last thing here on the crypto market cap, guys, look where we are. Like I'm seeing massive amounts of money coming into the crypto market. And I think, do you not feel at the moment that the stocks, and there's always unease now with this COVID thing and everything that's happening, but yet there's all this news going everywhere on metaverses. I think people are really feeling the FOMO of getting into crypto. And that's why we're seeing on all of these big things, we're getting really strong remarks. So remember this, guys, this is a big channel showing that trillions of dollars to enter the crypto market. And we are right at the bottom, which is a really good sign for us. So jumping back to that.
How do I know this is institutional buying? Because if you look at what's running, it's running in a very specific order. It's not Bitcoin because they already have Bitcoin. They're now saying, look, we need return. Where are we going to get the return? So they move down. And what institutions are looking for is they're looking for liquidity. Where can I get liquidity? They don't care as much about return as about being able to liquidate if they need to liquidate. Where do you get liquidity? On the large cap alts. And that's why you're watching the large cap alts now. Ethereum, BNB flying. All the large cap alts are starting to fly because that's where the institutions are starting to find liquidity.
And we can see that clearly now with the dominance really starting to accelerate down. So when we have sideways and we have like quietness here, you know, these are small alts with Bitcoin. But as soon as we get this really big rampage of this, you know, this is when we start, you know, this previous one over here was when ETH was $1,800 2 months ago, and it went all the way back to 4K in the matter of a week or two. So we can see whenever we get the strong impulse from the thing, now we know major alts are entering the market. And this will forever be our indicator that when the market is really scared or really fearful, you know, guys, how beautiful was it that 3 days ago, the fear and greed index was sitting between 20 and 30? Because if you work off of history, every time it gets to those levels, they are there to scare and fear the crap out of you to sell your coins, and that's when you should be buying. That's what the big guys are buying. So dominance is still looking great. What I do see at some point is
somebody check on Arrington. Moving. Somebody phone Arrington.
Yeah,
somebody just check that there's a heartbeat at Arrington, because he said that at the end of Q4, the dominance was going to be higher than 44.5%. Somebody just go check up that he's still okay.
I remember that. There's still 30 days to go.
Yeah.
we shall see. So what I'm looking at here is we have dominance trailing down. We get into key areas. I think between the 40 and the 41 area, small short-term bounce. And the reason why I'm saying that small short-term bounce is I'm looking at then Bitcoin breaking that wedge. So I'm looking at when Bitcoin breaks this little wedge, I think it is going to have a little rally to the upward side. And then with small little pullback again, and then the continuation of the alt starting to move. So at least we're still flowing in the right thing. Let's quickly jump on what we're looking at with ETH, and I'll get into the Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance now. But we are well rallying now. We've smashed away higher high, and I think we're about 2% away from all-time high. So that's when we know real, you know, volume starts to come in. Because as you can see, we've gotten volume, but you know, have we gotten real volume?
Was yesterday the biggest monthly close for ETH ever?
Yes, buddy. By far, actually. So it was actually good. So let me jump on that and show you. So as you can see, yesterday we closed, the previous month we closed at 4.3. We closed this one at around 4.6. So ETH is clearly trending upwards. True volume. Look at this monthly volume. Trailing down, price going up. Volume hasn't even entered yet. And that's when we know the blow-off tops and these crazy strong pushes come. You know, is when we really start to get, when was the last time volume was increasing? Was this stage over here. From here, that's when volume was increasing. As you can see, what happened before that? Price was going up, volume coming down, then all of a sudden volume starts working with it, and then we get the strong increase. Now, if we match that to where we are now, volume going down, price going up, all of a sudden volume starts to come in, and we start to get a much stronger push to the upward side. So ETH is still looking fantastic. This is my major thing for ETH at this point, is if we jump onto the weekly, let's get this back on, is we are literally on the cup and handle breakout right now. So we are literally at that point. Will there be a small test here, small pullback and continuation? But this is the biggest ETH breakout, in my opinion, that ETH has ever had. Just to Bitcoin. Because, you know, this is a really big one. Look at that volume.
Can't argue with the chart.
Volume comes in. You know what I mean? There's absolutely no volume there. Similar to this area over here. No volume, no volume, no volume. All of a sudden, boom. Volume starts.
Can't argue with charts.
So that looks great. And this one over here as well is the ETH dominance as well. Guys, remember, it doesn't matter, you know, if you with Rosie and them, Rosie and what's her name?
We have Masa over here.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're with them or not. This is always a good sign for the alts, and it's a good sign for the whole market. So ETH dominance has broken out of the cup and handle. There was the cup. We are now well out, and now we're looking at a 25 to a 28% dominance on ETH over the next thing. So now you look at percentage-wise, you know, Bitcoin sitting with 40%. You're looking at ETH sitting with 21. Like it's going to get to crunch time. It's actually going to get very interesting in the next few months, because imagine we have an ETH dominance spike that gets us in the region of 28 to 30, and we have a dominance drop that gets, because it is, for ETH dominance to go up, we're going to need a suction from Bitcoin dominance. And then we're going to be sitting at some point with the ETH dominance at 30% and a Bitcoin dominance at 35%. Now we're getting close. Now we get into a very close range between the two.
I said as a long time ago that I thought ETH would hit 0.1 to Bitcoin, which would give ETH a price today of $5,600. I said that ages ago. Remember at the beginning of the cycle, I said ETH must get to 0.1 on the BTC. It's very close now. Very, 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 very close.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 2.5 to 3 at the end of the cycle. I can't tell you exactly when the end is, but I'm seeing it's going to get to crunch time. It's going to get really interesting to look at that. So I think let's jump in quickly to some of the major alts. As we can see, they are waking up quite strong. One that's quite a favorite for me at the moment.
Are there any on CoinPanel?
Yeah. They're all on CoinPanel, every single one of them.
Okay, so all charted already before the show on CoinPanel. If you want Sheldon in your pocket, if you want to see Sheldon in your pocket, just there's a subscription link below. Subscribe to CoinPanel. It's free for the first couple of weeks, and then it costs like $20. I don't know what it costs, $20-$30 a month, and then you get all Sheldon's charts updated in your pocket. Plus, you get all the other features of CoinPanel.
Yeah, and we got some really cool features. I'm actually going to be doing, I think tomorrow I'll go through a full quick thing on the show of the new features so that you can see how fantastic it is. So MATIC has hit our previous buy zone, but guys, we're at a very key level where we can look at a breakout from MATIC. It is not too far away, from this region of where we're at now. We're still looking at a good percentage, even just to all-time highs. We're looking at a 40%, but this can be the wedge that can really send MATIC on its way to $3, $4, $5. So I think MATIC is a big one. It's one that's jumping quite quick out of the gates now. It's a good one to looking for a nice little hold. I think it's going to do great. I then saw Chainlink as well, bottoming completely on the channel. I've never seen a more bullish. I never thought we would actually come down to this channel again. But we're on the absolute low. Just get rid of this. The absolute low of this channel, similar to where the actual market cap is sitting. So, we're focusing a lot more at looking at these major alts at this point. Same with DOT. And what I like about DOT is we're looking to break this daily trend now on DOT. So we've been on the little down cycle where we went up to 54. We just scraped past all-time high. The main thing is you will always remember how important a higher high is. So even though this little thing was here, remember when ETH broke 4 or whatever, just touched it, got rejected, came all the way back down. Now look where ETH is a month later. It's completely rallying through. So we broke the main wall on DOT. So on this breakout here, I want to be making sure I am in on DOT because I see DOT still rallying to $80 to $100. So DOT's looking really good. But this one's giving me concern, man. I don't know, but it's just like chart-wise, it's giving me a little bit of concern.
You mean it's broken down? And
the only reason I'm saying that is because it moves so fast. The one go to the upward side. Sometimes we've got a tendency that it can move also pretty quick to the down. So I'm just keeping a close eye on this one because the next levels for render, is looking at around 4.7, and then we got one that can take us back to 2.8. Not to say we can get to those levels. It's just, what do you think on this, bud? Just write it out, hold it out.
For me, render is not a play for this cycle. It's actually a play for next cycle. So I'm not actually trading in and out of it. I can assure you that if it goes anywhere under $4, I'm going to be buying like an ape. So yeah.
Solana, then the one that this is good. So we were obviously catching the buys here, and now Solana's had a big breakout, but the true breakout, really big one that will send it back into all-time high is this trend here. So what I am looking at with Solana is I'm seeing a push up here. Okay, we're either going to get two plays. So we're either going to get a play where we smash through here, we'll catch it on the test, or we can have a small rejection here, we'll catch it on this nice little test over here, and then the breakout. But all that we know is the Solana breakout's coming. So that's what I was looking at. I think it's only coming closer to the end of the month, to Jan, so I will still win the bet, and you'll still be eating fish. But it is coming, and I do agree with you. It's going to do fantastic.
Can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. I cannot wait for this day. Okay, let's look at Super. Yeah, Super also just climbing. There's a volcano waiting to erupt here with Superfarm. When it erupts, Superfarm's going to go to $4. Yeah.
And like I was saying with the Bitcoin breakout yesterday, guys, as soon as we get a closing candle outside that trend, we're going to see a big eruption from Super as well. So Super is actually following, it's hugging the same lines as Bitcoin. It's doing the same sort of thing. The only thing is Super moves in much bigger percentages. So when we get that nice little pull out from Bitcoin and the close out that candle, I'm really seeing Super make its way to $2.5, $3. So Super is one to keep out. And then we obviously got the absolute special box. I don't think we'll hit, but it's always there just in case, we do have any short little dips in the market. Now, what else are we looking at here? We spoke about Cardano yesterday. It's still not doing anything. We're going to have to wait.
Has it broken? Has Cardano broken that trend line downwards or not?
No, not yet. It's got about if it drops another 10%, then we can be breaking it. So we're on this line. for, if you really believe in it, this is a beautiful buy. It really, really is, because you're catching it right on the bottom of this trend. Every time you catch from the trend, what happens is we tend then to boost away from it quite often and then come return at a later stage. So like it or not, Cardano is running at it's running upwards. We can't say it's not. It is definitely still moving upwards over the last year or two. And if you are a true Cardano believer, this is where you want to be topping up. And then we obviously got this line that we will let everyone know that if we start to show weakness, I'm not scared to buy on supports, never, but that is the emergency line for us. So I think those are great. Is there any other ones? Phantom?
Kusama on $400, bro. Kusama, you got to give Kusama credit where credit's due. Not a lot of noise, but $400 today.
Okay, I'll jump on that now. So just last one. If Phantom, Rune are still buys for me, and Coty is still looking great. Now let's jump onto KSM. I think it's good now that we are getting a movement from the actual. Oh, there we go. So it's looking good. The only thing is there's no absolute high just yet. So I do think we're going to have a small little pullback at some point, and I think we are going to catch it in the region of 370 to the 390s or the 385 zone. So it's looking good. I'm just going to look for a little dip in between, but I think it's going to rally strong. It is looking good. It looks like we are forming some sort of cup and handle. So we can have a look. Kusama, I'll update as a week.
Now, look, generally I don't like to share our private conversations, but except when I tell you to buy something for like 3 weeks. And then finally you tell me, 3 weeks later, Aioz is the buy. How many times have I told you since 30 cents? Buy Aioz, Web3 narrative.
Well, you know what I needed to do? I had to wait for this. I had to wait for us to test support. So when I told you this morning, for me, that makes sense now, because now I'm catching it on a downward. It's been going down for the last 2-3 days. Now I'm catching it. And I don't need charts, bro. I can just
buy Aioz. I told you that.
It's going to move. No. And what's nice about it here is we have broken this previous down cycle thing. So Aioz is at the region. It's at that point where we're going to break all-time high now. And it can rally very quickly to the region of $1.5, $1.8. So I agree with you, buddy. I just waited for a pullback, and I did listen to you. I promise.
Okay. Are there any others that I'm looking at now? Boba is super cheap. I'm buying Boba. I know it's coming down because people are dumping their airdrop tokens, because that's what happens. But Uncle Ran is there like an ape, and he's just buying and buying and buying and buying. You see buying on Boba? That's me. Pickle, $10.14. This fucking thing never, ever, ever jumps. Like, it used to be $40. Every time it teases that it's going to break out, and then it doesn't break out.
Accumulation, brother. Accumulation. So at least you're buying with the big guys here. Every time it's doing that, it's accumulating. It's prepping for the move. And when we finally break out of the channel, well, it's at the bottom. Look here. If you look at my support and we look at the trend that I'm at, so you're buying, you're starting up. If it does take another month or another few weeks to break out, you're still buying at the right. So if you're looking for long-term holds, accumulate, buy the dips, any ones that come to these trends, and just hold.
I'm just looking to see if there's anything else that I think is very, very cheap right now. Akash, so cheap, $2. Free money, basically. Free money. Akash and Nami, both so cheap. Anyway, I said it. I had my say. I told you guys to buy Donkey.
Yeah.
I did say that, right?
I think we're going to have a massive, even though the whole major alts explosion. I think we've gone through a good amount now, and I think the remainder of the week we're going to be going through the ones we've missed or ones that are getting to those lines. And then I think we're going to go through the shift where Bitcoin's going to run a bit, and the small caps are going to run with Bitcoin. So it looks like the small caps run with Bitcoin at times, and then when it's major alt time, they sort of steal all the lines.
Start buying your small cap alts.
I agree.
Now. Start buying your small cap alts now. Start buying your small cap alts now. Don't wait for them to run. When they go down, you buy the small cap alts. And then next Wednesday, you thank Uncle Ran. You say, thank you, Uncle Ran. I told you. I knew it was going to happen. Anyway, that is, I think that's it, bro. Do we have 7,000 likes?
Yeah, it's got to be quick, Ren. I know your bingo starts with Rosie in 10 minutes, so I think let's...
Jimmy, there's 7,000 likes. 8,000 likes. Give ETH a chance. Oh, wait. I do have an announcement. Whoa. Okay, so listen up. If you are an experienced crypto content writer, i.e., you have written crypto content for at least 2 years, we are hiring. Our team is absolutely exploding. Very soon, we're going to be launching a completely new product offering, and we need crypto writers. What we're looking for is people who have, listen carefully. You must have crypto writing experience. If you're a fireman and you've written a few tweets on crypto, that's not crypto writing experience. Crypto writing experience means you are a content writer, you have been a content writer, you have been a journalist, you've worked at one of the publications, then you are a content writer. If you work at a store and you tweet about crypto, you're not a crypto content writer. Okay, it's different. It's a very different thing, right? So we are looking to hire crypto content writers to help us. We need people all over the world, but if you're in Cape Town, that's a bonus. If you're in Cape Town, come and drop off your CV here at the office. What we need you to do, we're looking for 2 categories of writers. One category of writer is people that are going to write articles for our new website. We're going to be launching a new website that's going to be full of journalism and articles, and we're looking for people who are going to write those articles for us. We're also looking for more Freds and Lukes, so people who research crypto content all day long and then can help us put shows together every single day. We're looking for these guys globally because you'll see tonight, if you tune into our show tonight, we're going to make a huge announcement. We're going to have a big announcement for you guys. We need you guys. Please do not apply. Do not apply if you don't have all the capabilities. It just means that, and all the experience, it just means that we have to go through a whole lot of CVs. Okay, so please, we are looking at that. We are looking for people with experience. If you think you're the best, if you want to go full-time into crypto, let us know and we'll help you find your way full-time into crypto and join what I think is the fastest growing crypto team in the world today, in the most exciting environment in the world. So that's that. Then we should probably give away some giveaways because we said we would. Let's give away some MonkeyBall into Twitch bots. Ta-da!
I can't believe how many of them there are.
I said the word giveaway. Where are the Twitch bots? Is give ETH a chance. Okay, Everest. Monkey balls are yours. $100 worth of monkey balls, which is going to be worth $10,000. Wow, I got COVID, but woke up feeling like this might be my lucky day with wife changing money. Ariskrit. What kind of name is that? Let's take this guy. Let's take this guy. Aristocrat. Carrot. You win $100 worth of monkey ball. We will see you guys again at 9 a.m. EST. We have a big DGen show at 9 a.m. EST. We are going to be talking about a whole lot of altcoins that are going to the moon at 9 a.m. EST. And then later on, we have another show of In the Game with our man Hustle. And we have a very, very, very big announcement on the channel tonight. Big announcement. 3 power-packed shows today. You got it, Rosie? All right, Rosie. Let's go have a cup of tea. We'll see you later.
Give it a chance.
Everybody now.
Oh, we are singing.
Give it a chance.